Good. Sun rays bouncing off of my bald head. Well, good morning, my friends and future corpses. Yes, we are the League of Future Corpses. Well, at least those of us who have survived through Saturday night and Tuesday morning. It's here in the Central Time Zone. We are at the point of coming up on noon. But anyway, we are having a good day so far, getting things done. And I just want to say, Buenos dias, good morning, wherever you are in the world. This is Dr. Graham, and gosh, Abnormal Alabama, we got some abnormal things going on here, and proud of being abnormal. Yes, I remember looking around the world and looking around and saying, oh man, if this is normal, I don't want any part of it. And I'm still sticking to that well into my 60s. I remember first grade, and I don't know if I shared this story here or not, but I will share it now well, for your pleasure, if you decide it is a pleasure to hear the story. First grade, the first grade teacher, and it's about the only thing I remember about the first grade, but I do remember this. The teacher's trying to connect with her new students and make them feel comfortable and all that kind of stuff. We're sitting in our little tiny desk in a little hot Alabama schoolroom with no air conditioning. The windows would crank out, that sort of thing. And we're sitting there, and the teacher, I guess, had done a roll call. I don't remember that part, but I distinctly remember her saying, can anyone... And my brain just immediately went into, gosh, are other people's ears stiff? I can wiggle my ears. I don't have any issue grabbing my ear, and it's flexible. It'll wiggle. So I raised my hand, and the teacher said, show us. And I immediately did just that. I grabbed it and wiggle, see? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. The classroom just roared with laughter. Well, see, I don't know. My brain just, she didn't say, can you wiggle your ears without touching them? See, that did not compute with my little brain. She didn't say. If she had said, can you wiggle your ears without touching them? Well, certainly, I would have not raised my hand because I can't. I couldn't. I don't think I can. I never spent any time even worrying about, can I wiggle my ears without touching it? It wasn't a thought in my little brain that, oh, wow, look, I can wiggle my ear without touching it. I don't know, I just didn't have any interest in wiggling my ears without touching it. And I didn't spend any time going around wiggling my ears to begin with, but she asked a question, and I thought, oh, what an interesting first grade class. I guess the only one that don't have stiff ears. So, anyway, so I've always been... Okay, I lost the connection there for a second, but I guess everyone thought that I was being witty or whatever, and it was like, no, this is sincerely who I am. I remember also much later in life, in my early 30s, I had purchased some real estate out in Denver, Colorado. I didn't know that much about Denver, but I had, for some reason, got a deal on some property out there and decided to make an investment. And so I went out to Denver. I'd been there before, but not spent a lot of time. Anyway, I went out there. I had to hire a maintenance crew and whatnot because it was apartments. And anyway, I went out there, and I was there. I guess I'd gotten in like on a late Friday or Saturday, and wasn't much I could do till Monday, and as far as what I needed to do. And I guess I'd gone and inspected the property and whatnot. And from there, I had rented a little apartment. And anyway, I thought Sunday afternoon, it's like, well, I need to get something to eat, get out place. I don't know anybody. And so anyway, ended up at a sports bar of all places, and it was packed. Wall to wall people. And I found a place at the bar next to, I think it was a guy on one side of me and a young lady on the other side, and ordered up, I guess, a beer and a sandwich or something. And all the TVs, this is back well before the flat panel TVs. It was big, but there were still TVs on the walls, and a football game on each one of them. Same game on all these multitude of TVs. And so to make conversation, I said, who's playing? And the response was the Denver Broncos. And I said, "Oh, is that your local high school, college team?" And well, that got me a lot of attention. And again, I was not being sarcastic. I didn't know Broncos from Cowboys, from Pintos, from whatever. I just did not know. Sports was just totally out of my realm of. I mean, I'm actively involved in doing things in my life, and I'm not into spectator sports. Couldn't. I've always felt spectator sports was a very awkward, strange behavior of the human. It's like what a way to spend your time. And my view has always been this time is all I've got. Every day, every moment, I'm inching toward my demise, and this is how I'm going to spend my time. It was strange to me that people would rally around and so we got people starving, we got people homeless, we got all this going on, but yet we can find the time and we can find the resources to support grown-ups playing with a freaking ball and we watching them. Oh yeah, and then I'd hear people, of course, being from Alabama, Alabama football, that's always the big thing. I mean, even at funerals people are buried with their Alabama football paraphernalia, and tombstones are made with the big A on it, and all the above. It's really, to me, strange, very strange behavior for the human species, for any intelligent life form. Is like, really. And so I honestly did not know. I knew nothing about it. It ended up they were and of course through life I've had this stuff dumped on me. I've gotten an education on some of this stuff without really wanting it. But they were in the what they call it, Super Sunday, whatever, the major playoff happens in January, February, or whatever. See, I still don't. Super Bowl, that's what it is. I just don't know. I don't care. I mean, I've got more. To me, it's very interesting and fun, and that to me is like, really, that's what you do with your time. So anyway, and they're not alone. I'm the oddball. I'm the oddball there. They're I mean, shoot, me when one of these major ball games is on is the perfect time for me to get on the road, go shopping or whatever, because it's like ghost town when this crap's going on. So hey, more power to you. But that's the way my brain has always worked. It's not been what people would call normal. And so I don't have a problem with being abnormal. I think the rest of the world is abnormal. Honestly, I think that's strange freaking behavior. You come to Alabama and there's two questions you get asked within the first 5 minutes of meeting someone is, "You're an Alabama Auburn fan, and what church do you go to?" Well, I was brought up very religious. My PhD's in theology. I went to so many years of ministry school. I can't even calculate the time I spent studying and public speaking and all that throughout my life. It's like that was just part of it. And so anyway, as I grew, I saw things even within the church and belief systems that just blew my mind. And it's like, okay, so the Christian, and I'm not knocking anybody, it's just things I find interesting, strange. So here's Christianity, which I am part of. That was my belief system. It's what I was raised in and trained in and all the above. But here's this belief system that teaches that, there's a talking snake, there's a talking donkey, that God turned a woman into a pillar of salt because she turned around to see her house being destroyed, that this same God destroyed the entire population of the planet except for 8, and had the Noah family build this huge ark and saved them and got to all these stories. And then the culmination of sorts of this story is that you've got this inherited sin thing going on because this original couple ate fruit from a tree, and that this God, the best that he could do to compensate for this failure of his creation was to send his son down from heaven, turn him into a man by implanting him in this woman's womb, and that ultimately this man God would have a 3-year ministry and then be put to death, his blood spilled, and then the rest of history, last 2,000 years, they would ritualistically, symbolically drink the blood and eat the flesh, and it's just, and that's fine. I mean, that's a belief system. It's not a matter of knocking it, but you got to admit it's a very strange view of things. But this same people that will believe that and live in superstition of this stuff, as far as devils and all this stuff, these same people are going to berate people with other beliefs. It always cracked me up that in Christianity, they would dog out Satanists who they claimed did animal sacrifices and human sacrifices and baby sacrifices. It's like, have you examined your own belief system? Stop. Yours is the same thing. The Bible's full of sacrifices, animal sacrifices. The Old Testament is chock full of this stuff. And whose blood are you drinking when you drink the grape juice or wine? And whose flesh are you eating? It's a sacrificial human being. Your whole belief system is based on a human sacrifice. The whole history of the Abrahamic religions is based on spilling of blood and sacrifices, animal and human. So that's fine. But you have no position to dog somebody else out and point fingers claiming they're having animal and human sacrifices. You don't have that right because your whole system is built on the same thing. So anyway, that's the way my brain works, and I'm not trying to dog somebody out, but I'm saying, whoa, stop. Everybody wants to believe that. That's fine. I don't care. That's my point. I don't care, but quit dogging other people out because it's no better. You're no different. It's the pot calling the kettle black. That's the issue I've got with it. I don't have an issue with the belief system itself if that's what you want to hold on to, but I have an issue with you practicing and believing what you believe while you dog other people out who are similar. They just have different labels on it is all. It's like, okay, whatever. So anyway, there's my little rant for the morning, and this is Abnormal Alabama, and my name is Dr. Graham, and this is fun on a Sunday, and got a lot of stuff coming out here shortly. So, by the way, off of Facebook. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the political and everything else on there, so I'm just tired of it. I am wanting to focus on other things, and I keep being reminded when I get around 20 and 30-year-olds, which I do because of some things that I do, and I'm reminded that that's old people's territory. It's old people's venue, and even though I'm older, I am working for a younger generation. So it's really of no value. I'm not making any money with it. I'm not gaining anything of value from the time I've spent on Facebook, and it serves to be a great distraction because somebody will pick your nerve or something, and it just never turns out well. So anyway, Facebook is over. Twitter account still there, and I'm YouTubing. I got a couple other venues that I haven't advertised yet, but I'm putting out some stuff on, and I will ask you to be joining me if you should so desire. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good Sunday afternoon. I'm at my destination, and I will chat with you guys at a later time. Thank you very much.